Angie, Angie. Angie walk in, room get loud. She don't bite it, say it out proud. Tongue like steel, yet clean and sharp. Smile so sweet, then she cut real hard. She came to play, not to pretend. One glass up, then she's off again. Eyes on you, she don't miss a thing. Got the whole scene wrapped on a string. Watch her lean in, hear that laugh. She can turn cute into aftermath. Baby the beast, fast no brakes. If you move wrong, she keep the tape. Make way, babe the badass. Quick switch, babe the badass. That's it. Angie, Angie. Hands up, Angie, Angie. Fun up. She got receipts if she needs that. She got receipts, yeah, keep that. If you say one thing, she got the proof. Not for the drama, just for the truth. She's in the corner, watching the room. Cute little grin and boom, boom, boom. She loves the joke, she loves the night. Loves a good time, loves a good fight. Not with her hands, with her set so cool. She can shut it down and still look gold. Watch her lean in, hear that laugh. She can turn cute into aftermath. Baby the beast, fast no brakes. If you move on, she keep the tape. Angie, Angie, don't play. Angie, Angie, make way. Babe the badass, quick switch. Babe the badass. She needs that. She got receipts, yeah, keep that. 1 second soft, next second stone. She runs the room like she on the throne. Come for the fun, stay for the spark. Babe the badass, that's it. Angie, Angie, hands up. Angie, Angie, fun up. She got receipts if she needs that. She got receipts, yeah, keep that. Angie, Angie, say less. Angie, Angie, no stress. Babe the badass, quick switch. Babe the badass, that's Angie.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all my little uploaders. How are y'all doing this morning? Oh, it's been a night. It has been a night. Let me tell you. Yeah. There have been tornadoes everywhere. There have sirens going off. Alerts, all the phones, bring, watches. I mean, just y'all. I mean, it's been crazy, and there's still some stuff happening. So I'm kind of keeping my eye out on that. I wanted to make sure that everything was good before I tuned the world out for at least an hour. But the good thing is that we live like totally like right by one of the fire stations that does the alarm thing. So we definitely hear it here, so which is a good thing. But I guess the phone's here too, so whatever. But good morning. I know that some of y'all have been in this mess as well, so y'all stay safe. Glad you made it through. I guess we'll see what all damage happened as we're waking up, or as people are waking up. But anyway, I still feel half asleep. So last night, before all of this kicked off, I was doing something with my camera. So the shot looks horrible right now. I mean, it looks bad, but I'll get it fixed at some point. I told myself last night, well, I'll just fix it in the morning. That's why they say don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. I should have done it last night because who would have known I was going to be up half the night, dealing with tornadoes. But either way, I'm glad to have y'all here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see who we got already. Agent Cade, Heck, Fuzz. Good morning, Snake. Chubby Scorpion. Good morning. Allie Baby, good morning. So good morning, y'all, as everybody trickles in. So I guess you're okay, Chubby. There's a few of y'all I know that are not too far, from the storms. So I guess you're good because you're here. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Let's see. Okay. Savage Cupcake, good morning. Man, I didn't realize how tired I still was until I got on here, and I'm just now like, holy crap. I don't feel like I'm completely like with it. But when you've been through tornadoes, you feel, you kind of know when, I guess you don't have to worry as much, or you feel like it anyway. I'm not going to say completely, but I'm mostly immune to tornadoes and the sirens and all of that. Good morning, Escaletti. Good morning, Lori. Good morning. I am pretty much immune to those because I grew up like where tornadoes, they were just a thing, we knew what to do. We were taught in school what to do. I was taught at home what to do. And where I grew up, my house didn't have a basement. So we would grab like pillows and stuff, and we'd head to the hallways. And yeah. And also we would lift our windows up, the front window and the back window. It's for pressure. So yeah, I've been locked down at Walmart while a tornado was passing through. They bring you towards the middle of the store and they lock the doors. So if you've never been locked down in a Walmart, it's an experience. Everybody's huddled towards the middle portion of the store, and yeah, and you stand there with everybody. I've also been in one. So we went to it was night, so it was already dark, but it was like that time where it gets dark early. And we went to a cafe which was down the street from our house. This was years ago. But it was a cafe, but it was a block building. So anyway, the lights start flashing and the door, it's one of those like regular store glass doors with the bar, it's open. I mean, you can't push it closed. It's open. And then outside, one of their decorations or whatever, now you gotta remember, I grew up in the country, was an old red light. So the red light, yellow light, green light, but it was the old fashioned kind. And anyway, it hung as a decoration. But so, straight up, and then you look out the window and it's doing this, and it's just like it's laying there like that, but it's the wind blowing it, well, in the tornado. So it's like that, and when it's over, it goes, it went back right. So that's how strong it was, because those things are heavy. And the next morning, we went to go look at all the damage. And probably about, I don't know, a good 3 miles down the road, all the trees were topped. Roofs were blown. Like, I remember one business, the roof was laying on the opposite side of the road. I mean, so we were definitely in the middle of the tornado. And the crazy thing is that usually when we got food from this cafe, we would take it home. I think it was a good thing. I mean, nothing happened to our house, but I mean, that block building wasn't going anywhere. The worst that could have happened there was, the roof got blown off, but it didn't. But down the road, it sure did. And I was a property manager at the time. And it destroyed 2 full buildings of apartments. So I immediately had to start working. I had to get, all these families, placed somewhere else and start getting tarps. And, I had to start immediately going into work mode once I found out, what damage happened over at my property. So that was a big one. And we call that the Mother's Day tornadoes because it happened on Mother's Day. Locked me down in a casino. Well, that's why I tell y'all, it's like I am pretty much immune to tornado. I look, I listen, I can feel the air. I've just been through, so many. Some worse than others, like I just, explained. But last night, it's worse when it's dark and you can't see what's happening. That's a big problem. It's like, if it's light outside, you can go outside, you can kind of look and see. But when it's dark, and they kept saying, so I was watching, I don't know if some of y'all know who Max Velocity is, but I like to watch Max when the weather's bad. So I was watching Max last night, but he was saying that and I say there were several tornadoes last night. And he said that they were rain wrapped and you would not be able to see them. So it's like, get to your safe place now, I like Ryan Hall. Yes, I like Ryan Hall too. I was watching Max last night though. There were 45,000 people in there with me. I'll tell y'all a funny story. Good morning, Cosmic Blues. Good morning, Brentley. So my husband is, he's one of the bosses, where we work. And he was asleep last night when all this started. And so the phone alert goes off, letting us know there's a tornado warning. So he's asleep. And he cuts the phone, he cuts the sound off or whatever. And I've told y'all since his accident, he sleeps, he has to sleep in his recliner right now until we figure out, this whole system. But anyway, so I went down and I woke him up and I'm like, hey, he's like, I'm awake, which is what we do every morning. And he thought, I'm like, okay, well, there's tornado, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay. He still half asleep. He picks up the phone and he calls one of the guys at work. And he's like, all right, get the guys and y'all go, y'all make sure you check it out. If anything goes down, y'all go to the safe place, whatever. So then a little bit later, he says, is it 1 a.m? And I'm like, yeah. He thought it was time to get up like at 5 a.m. And he was calling because the guys would already be at work. He was calling to let them know what to do, to be vigilant, all that stuff. So he technically called this dude at 1 o'clock in the morning that has to be there at 3 in the morning because he thought it was 5 a.m. versus 1 a.m. That dude probably thought he was crazy. So we laughed at that a while ago. It was so funny. Oh, oh me. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. I can't stand wind during a storm. I have to, yeah. Um, my mom years ago had a tree. Well, they had so it was a mobile home at the lake, and they were there. Her and my stepdad, and a tree fell on their house, and it kind of split it in two, so they had to get that fixed. But anyway, ever since then, my mom was terrified of wind and trees. It did something to her because she was in it. She was in there when it happened, and not to mention, um, they also were there one time, and they went to um there's an outbuilding that was safe, and a tree fell and blocked them in the outbuilding. Now you've got to think that this was before cell phones, so they were stuck in that build. The tree had fallen, and there was no cell phone. So my mama hated trees. Just so y'all know, she hated them. But yeah, finally, good thing there were good neighbors around there. But yeah, it literally blocked them in. I would have been. I'm very claustrophobic, and that stems from another story. I could tell y'all stories. Just name a topic, I could probably tell you a story on it. I got locked in a bathroom in a restaurant when I was young, so I'm very claustrophobic. I would have just flipped the script had I been like locked in that in that in that safe place with the tree falling in front of the door. Oh, but yeah. So my mom definitely had issues with trees. Good morning, Fiber Arts. How are you? Good morning, Pesh. What's up? Yeah, so I know I'm sorry if I seem a little off this morning. I mean, just not much sleep. And Dylan and this camera thing is bugging the crap out of me. I don't like this angle, but I'll get it fixed, y'all. I'll get it fixed. Let's see what. Now, I love rain. I love listening to rain. I love sleeping during rain. I love to listen to thunder. Don't give me no lightning. But I think it's on this. Hold on, let me see if it's on this channel. I'll show y'all something I caught one time. I think it is on here. This is one of the cool things about weather. I find it cool. Y'all may think, Angie, you're dumb. But it's all good. Let's see if I can find it. I think it is on here. I may have to mute it though. I think I got sound going with it. Where'd it go? It's on a short. In fact, I know I've got sound with it, but it was the lightning before the thunder. Okay, there it is. But I'm going to show y'all. Let me pause it. So let me make sure I ain't got nothing pulled up. I don't need to. Okay. So just, kind of watch when I show you. It's from a town over, and we were standing out. We were standing out on the deck. Oh, wait, that ain't it. There it is. And that was us. We were standing out on our deck, and we were watching from a town over. Isn't that cool? That right there is not sped up. It's not slowed down. That is actual the storm footage from one town over that we were watching. And it was not raining where we were, so we could stand out there and just watch all of this. I think stuff like that is absolutely, I think that's gorgeous to watch. You know what I mean? And especially no rain or anything. But yeah, that was one town over. I think that was, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. But yeah. And I also grew up watching heat lightning. Y'all ever seen a good heat lightning storm? Those are, you just watch it lighten. There's no storm, but it's lightning. You see it a lot during the summertime. But I've got some really funny shorts too, if y'all want to go back and check out some of my shorts. There's one, the one that almost showed before that one, where my son's taking his foot over the water. This was years ago when he was young. Y'all go that and y'all listen to his country talk. And then his daddy speaks up. He's the one holding the camera. It's so funny. Anyway, yeah. So let me lock in. Lock in, Angie. Lock in. How the hell are y'all? Have I missed anybody? Hurricane. See, I ain't dealing with no hurricane. The dogs usually, for whatever reason, my little one, I call her little, she's a big ass bowling ball, but my mini girl, she likes to lay between this door and the hallway. So if you hear thunder, you can always look for Mocha. She'll be in between these doorways. But we had to take them all down to the basement last night. And so she's still down there. She's still down there snoozing. So she did all right. The other one, he gets real antsy, so he's still walking around, but my son's out there with him, so he's good. They're okay. But yeah, it's so funny. She likes to lay in this doorway right here. You hear one clap of thunder, that's where you'll find her. I don't know what it is about this room. We used to think it was my mom, because my mom, this was my mom's room. And we used to think that she'd run in here because my husband said one time, you know what it is, don't you? And I'm like, no, what is it? What makes her run in there? He says, well, he looks at your mom and says, well, this old lady's made it through lots of stuff. I'll be safe with her. Which could be true. I don't know. You don't know what dogs think. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. It was funny to me. I don't know why she comes in here, but this is her go-to room. This is her safe space right here. Yeah. Yeah, heat lightning in the summer is neat to watch. My mother-in-law was well, I have two mother-in-laws. I have a stepmother-in-law and then a mother-in-law. So this is my stepmother-in-law. She was I want to say it was Hurricane Andrew, and they went down to the basement, and they were stuck down there for days because Hurricane Andrew was bad. And she lived through that, but she got this she's very, very timid with weather now. It did something to her. It caused her to have PTSD, and you can see it. You let a wind howl or something, and she moved away from Florida, so she was right in it, in the hurricane. And she moved away from there, and still they had to. She made his daddy buy one of them storm shelters, and so she has a storm shelter now, and his dad passed away a few years ago, but now she still has her storm shelter. She's good, but that is one woman that has PTSD with weather. And it's crazy to see because she gets freaked out. But I mean, naturally so. I mean, there's a reason for it. But, yeah. So anyway, needless to say, that was like, I've been up half the night dealing with that. And they've been popping off around here. I know there was some up in Ohio. I'm in Kentucky. And they were all around here, over in Indiana. So, and there's no telling where else. But this morning, I was watching the news. They got some going down in Louisiana right now. So I don't know if those are going to make their way up here. And I think it's coming off of was it Dorian? I think somebody mentioned Dorian. I had gotten to where there it is, during hurricane. Okay, so maybe it's not, maybe I read Dorian. I think there's a hurricane that come up. So during Hurricane Dorian, I went to the beach to see the waves. I don't know if Dorian was the one that was just there, but there was something that's coming off of, out of onto the coast or whatever. So I don't know if we're going to have to worry about that or not. Good morning, Erin. How are ya? How you doing? So I'm here to tell y'all, if anything broke off, in that other community over there, I know shit about it. Even this morning, I usually like to watch, if I wake up earlier, I like to watch Rebel or Rewind just to see, things. I haven't watched anything but weather. So I know nada if anything happened, just to let you know. I know I got to do something really quick. Hang tight. Yeah, there are a couple things that I do want to talk about, though. Just give me 2 seconds here. Let me pause this. Okay. All right. Yeah, so there are Angie, you should do a storm chasing stream. You know what? I wouldn't mind being one of the ones to talk about it. Me and my cousin, actually, she wanted to be a meteorologist, and I wouldn't mind like being on here talking about it, but looking at the different radars and stuff, I just I don't know if I could do that, but doing a ride along, I would probably do one. I would probably do a ride along, like a storm chasing ride along. I could do that. I probably could do one in my life. But like I could do one here and like talk about it and all that, but like share that, man, I'd have to have all these buttons working to flip the screens and so, somebody'd have to show me more than what I know now about this mixer over here. And then I still got a Stream Deck I got to hook up to it. So yeah, winning over here. I got all this shit and don't know how to use it. Well, not all of it. I got some of it down. Thank you, Josh. All right, who's bullying? Who's bullying? Buzz. Stop it. Okay. All right, let's see. Anything going on? Something ain't right with Turbo. What you mean? Like just something ain't right with him, period, or something's done happened, like, you know, like we just know he can't get right, or something done gone down with Turbo. Let's see. I didn't watch the LCU, but saw the view counts, and the new Monday and Wednesday schedule is making those days dead days. I saw some schedule. I'm telling y'all, I'm just when all of the new shows came about, and we got new people, and I can't, like, I try to keep up with a few things. See, when you join the LCU, that's all you do, all you listen to, all you talk about. Your whole world starts revolving around the LCU. And when you've been in and you step away, you see it. Some of them don't even realize it right now, but when they actually step away from it, they'll see how bad, you know, I can't even think of the word, but they'll see how bad it was once some of these people that have been there the longest, they step away from it. It's just, it's all you do. You don't watch the news. You don't know what's going on around you because you may have missed something in the LCU, and you feel like you have to watch it because, if you don't know what's going on. And then if somebody tells you something that happened, can you really depend on that? Can you trust that person to tell you the truth? Are they trying to gay off you? I mean, it just doesn't stop. You have to back off from it. So I think everybody needs a break from it. I think all the hosts should be required to take time off. I haven't been watching this past week or so. It's been, yeah. I mean, I think that everybody should take a break from it, especially the host, because everything is consumed. It consumes you. And I know that that's the point of it. You know what I mean? But, that's when your burnouts happen, and then you go through like a content drought. It's like you can't, you get like writer's block. So, but I was going to go over, I wanted to go over this, this stream. So, I made it to a clip channel, y'all. We made it to a clip channel. So I'm going to play some of this. It's Boxy Moo, and I'll link them when I'm done. And I want y'all to listen to some of this because it's interesting. Now, it's a 13-minute, so I'll link the whole video. Y'all can go watch it, but I do want y'all to see some of it. All right, I'm gonna start playing it. Maybe I can speed it up, but okay.
Stream completely taken down. Is it like deleted, privated?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that there's gonna be fucking clips of it floating
Oh,
around
they're
somewhere.
everywhere.
They're quick with it.
So I think their whole stick today was to troll Mike, to get him to crash out. And we went a little too far. And Mike crashed out really bad. And then I think they deleted the VOD.
Look at Sweet Tea. I love seeing her with her teeth. She's got to get used to them, y'all. I know it looks a little funny right now, but look at the little apples on her cheeks. Yeah, that's so... She'll get used to them, and then we will too. But they look so good on her. But yeah, they're talking about the fight between Mike and Angel and everybody's opinion on it and stuff. So it's just very interesting to me how people's different opinions on it is very interesting to me.
Michael, they were coming up with ways to prank you and Tina said the fist thing and Angel went with it.
Then I'll quit.
She knows it's not true. It was meant to trigger you.
Then fuck it. If that's Tina's idea of a joke, then I quit. If that's a joke to trigger me with talking about me being fucking arrested, then fuck this show. Fuck the LTU. I quit.
Oh, this was never meant to be. This was never. Can I fucking talk? Holy shit!
They were talking about coming up with some prank to pull on Mike or something like that.
Essentially, they had behind the scenes worked out a plan to trigger Mike and to get him like really riled up and get him to scream and whatever.
Maybe he is fist behind the camera.
My question is, do y'all think that Mike didn't know about it to begin with? Like, do y'all think Mike wasn't in on them talking about it, like even on screen right here? When Mike's not on the screen, they're talking about it. And then Tina brings up fist behind the camera. Like, do y'all think that Mike had no clue about this?
Yes.
He don't like those allegations. Y'all drop it. Drop it. Everybody donate. Mike.
Oh my.
Damn, wait, I didn't see that part. Tina D.
Wow. That's how you feel though, Tina?
Talking about it. Bang shit together and everything else and say your uncle's a fucking asshole and he's a woman. Look at, maybe he is fist behind the camera.
Yes.
Damn, she used the word that triggers him. Oh my God, he gotta be mad at Tina.
Are you Team Angel?
Who, me?
Yeah, you Team Angel or Team Mike?
I'm Team Mike.
That's a crazy
Okay.
question. Oh, I forgot.
Mike knows I'm always going to side with him.
I'm Team Angel. Let's fucking go.
JC Johnson always gonna be Team Mike. I mean, that you didn't even have to ask that, but I did forget, Bones. You're new. So yeah. So you think let's see, heck, you think Mike knew but it got taken too far? Okay. I think, and I don't care, you know, I'm not over there. I don't have to just go by what optically I see on the camera. I think that he knew about the whole thing. Like, I think it was content.
And I know Tina, she's Team Mike as well. So, you know.
Tina, I think
Mike,
people are going to want to talk about Queens a little bit.
All right, let me tell you what happened, okay? We're trying to gay out Mike because he always gays out us. He hasn't been showing up for work. He hasn't been feeling it. You know, he's been dealing with other stuff over there on other streams with Team Star and Yo Mama, Your Daddy, whatever. And so today we figured we're gonna gay out him. So they said, what could you do to aggravate him? So I told Angel, I said, he don't like fists behind the camera. I didn't say talk about him going to jail and all that. I just said he don't like fists behind the camera.
Which a lot of people call him that. That's nothing new.
That's not a new thing to be called.
She goes too far. She went way down low. He called her a $7 hooker and said she only makes $7 for spreading her ass cheeks. I mean, they went off on each other. She called him a woman beater, and it just went on and on. It was just supposed to be a joke. And nine times out of 10, guess what happened? I got blamed. It's my fault. I did say it's behind the camera. I didn't say he went to jail and beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fucking Angel went off, and fucking Mike didn't make it look any better. I bet Tina got bitched at. Like, it wasn't a good day for nobody. No.
I love how Boxy Moo did this, y'all. They put in everybody's like comments on it at certain times, and we made the clip channel, y'all. What up, AJ uploaded? But you'll see what part made it, and then I'll talk about that too, because I still hold fast to what I said. People said he crashed out. I think it was going to be worse than it was. His real crash outs are worse. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I just think it was all planned. I can't help it. I don't care. You know, fire me. Fire me.
Nobody had a good day over there.
Because let me tell you something. Nobody does it better than Angel. Angel has this where her online performance, she can drown out everything. Nothing bothers her. And that's the way it's supposed to be when you're online. You're not supposed to let things bother you.
And Angel just fucking laughing the whole fucking time and being like, yeah, no, I am a whore. Like, I'm not, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you done?
I'll be done until I have something else to respond to.
Okay, good boy.
And boy, oh boy, I gotta say, man, Angel fucking, man, that's somebody that know how to hold their goddamn, know how to hold it. I've never seen nobody. I mean, the stuff that he was saying about Angel, and Angel was just like, okay, all right, okay. That's how you feel? Yeah.
See, I can do that too. I have the ability to, like, are you done? Really? Okay. I can do that too. What I can't do, I have a hard time firing back like really quick. I'm one of those that think of something that I should have said like 5 minutes later. And then if you say it now, it makes no sense. But I can sit there and be like, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, every once in a while, something gets to you, but I can do that. My thing is where she's badass is that she can sit there and she can do that. Yeah. And then she can still fire back, where my comments, they come into my mind like 5 minutes later.
I'm a hoe. Yep. Spat, and he was on Spurg mode.
Mike said that he can't out shit talk Angel. So were they just trying? I think that he told her that it was okay to go that far, that they told each other how Mike will do anything for the content. Okay.
It was nasty.
Mike will do anything for the content. And I think that they told each other how, this will go, we'll do this. I know that this will get, I think they knew about it all. But it was still, it was still entertaining. Everybody talked about it. It made the clip channels, right? So, whether I'm right or wrong or whatever, it did what it was supposed to do. It got everybody engaged, right? But yes, Agent Cade, we made it to the clip channel. What? I'm not even in the LCU and we made it. What? Sorry, I thought that was funny as hell.
You were there.
Yeah, I was watching. It was really nasty on both sides, and it got really fucking intense.
Yeah.
And he'll do anything for the content too. So, but then he takes it down. I don't know, but I do know that he said that he cannot out shit talk Angel.
Everything you hear on the internet is not always the truth. When people are mad at each other, they go real low so that motherfuckers will believe what they say and not believe the other person. Remember that.
All because she said fish behind a camera.
You sell your pussy to make money.
Did she just say fish behind the camera? Sorry, just side note.
That's not me. She would get all. Hey, retard. Hey, stupid. She would get all the money if she pursued charges. You dumb retarded whore. She would get everything if she pursued charges. Stupid.
Maybe because it's not about getting everything.
I'm getting mad because you're a dumb prostitute fucking whore.
First of all, you could just say, hey, charges drop, whatever, move on, whatever, da-da-da.
She's a dumb fucking bitch. She tried to say that I fucking beat Bridget when the charges were dropped, when Bridget had every incentive to fucking keep charges to get the fucking money. Fuck her. Fuck that prostitute.
But this whole...
Fuck her. Fuck that prostitute. Like, who talks like that? Fuck her. Fuck that prostitute. Why don't you just say, fuck that hoe? Like, what? Fuck that prostitute. Mike, come on. Okay, sorry.
Argument that you play in the audience for stupid, it pisses me the fuck off. To sit there and say that a woman has more than an incentive to proceed with the charges because they'll make more money is diabolical. She has more of an incentive to drop the charges. Because if you don't know, and you go look at any DV website, the majority of women that don't report their cases and the reasons why they don't is because they're is because of the kids, dog. Because they got.
Yeah. And sorry, I'm inclined to totally agree with Yo Mama here. I do. True Love has 4 paws. Good morning. Yep, I have been up all night with these darn tornadoes. So yeah, it's been crazy. So I feel like I'm half a damn sleep over here. But good morning to you.
Got kids. They don't want to put their kid's father behind bars. Make that make sense? That's a dumb argument. And most women don't want to put their child's father behind bars. You going around making that argument is stupid. It's a dumbass argument. It sounds like something you rehearsed with another dummy. I feel like you and Keemstar rehearsed that fucking argument. It's a stupid one. I wouldn't even go around repeating that. God.
Kids flying.
Goodbye, you prostitute. Don't be mad at me.
You prostitute. You prostitute. Like, I'm sorry, who the hell talks like that? And who uses the word prostitute in a fight? Like, if you're in a real like fight, are you going to use the word you prostitute? Are you going to say, I mean, even use whore, but, or, you know, most people say hoe, but I'm sorry, jazz hands. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't. Let's burn it all fucking down.
Angel, that you need your $7 a month by fucking random dudes to get fucking to get your fucking feelings solidified that people care about you. You need fucking strange men to say they care about you by giving you fucking money to see your pussy. Fuck her. She's fucking fired. Fuck that dumb bitch. Don't try to fucking say some shit about me like that, you fucking dumb cunt prostitute fucking bitch. You nasty, disgusting prostitute. You spread your.
Now, do y'all think that's real? Do y'all think that what he's saying here, like the anger is real? Like it's really, you know, a classic Mike crash out? Or do you think that it's just, do you think it was a prank that really went too far? Or do you think they're totally in control? You know, he knows exactly what he's doing here. Because don't forget, it made the clip channels. It made the whole universe was talking about it. And that is what you try to get when they talk about the content. You want everybody talking about it. Now, yeah, you delete the stream, but you know people are going to have it. You know people grab it. It's clipped. You know this. So you just tell, is it real or is it not? Good morning, Miss Brenda.
Legs for fucking money. Fuck you. You're a whore. You left. You got fucking rage quit and you left.
Yes, because you would definitely make me rage quit. A fat
You
little man
just did.
upset about his own.
In front of everybody, you rage
The
quit.
internet is going to make me rage quit.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that triggers the fuck out of me.
I'm sorry that this is the line of work you had to turn to because you have no other recourse. I'm sorry. It's not my fault that you had to be a prostitute to pay for your fucking baby formula. That's not my fault,
I'd rather
bitch.
be a prostitute than a woman abuser and a
I would rather be a woman abuser than suck dick on camera while your boyfriend watches for money.
I mean, I'm just saying. What did I say? Well, yesterday, but it was on the here. Mike will do anything for the content. Mike has lived in content since he uploaded his very first video. That's where Mike's brain has been ever since. He's constantly thinking about content. I've seen him. He wakes up thinking about the content. He goes to bed thinking about the content. I'm serious. You watch him walk around. I've met him and I've watched, he will walk around and he's constantly talking about, well, what about this? What about this? What, content. So, T-Ball, good morning. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure that he lost his shit. I'm not quite sure.
Bro, that is a fucking trap. I'd rather be a woman abuser than to suck dick on camera. It's crazy. Bro, there's no way. Oh, a woman abuser is the lowest form of anything. I'd rather be a dick sucker and everything else under the fucking sun than putting my hands on a female, dog.
And I already fired you. Why are you back, you dumb prostitute? Why are you here?
You're so fucking mad.
What show are you going to? I'm pissed. Oh, yes, I'm mad, you dumb fat bitch. Of course I'm pissed.
Bitch
You are, dude, you are fat. Hey, I went to your OnlyFans. I saw what you used to look like. I saw, hey, you used to be hot.
Get on a treadmill.
I'll give it to you, baby. You used to be hot. You were fucking something. You were something, Angel. Not anymore, though.
I mean, really? She just had a baby, so yeah, that's hilarious. Look at Batgirl up there. I don't know. Maybe some of it, maybe some of it did go a little bit too far. She looks absolutely terrified up there in her little hug box. Look at her. She looks like. I didn't even notice this the first time I watched it. Look at Batgirl's face. She's like, what? Okay, maybe. Angel's unbothered. I'm not even studying her right now, but Batgirl, she's like, oh my God, what do we do? I'm wondering, Savage Cupcake, if she isn't on the screen, isn't in on it. What if? Yeah, what if she was the one that got that was getting played? Yeah, exactly, Savage Cupcake. Batgirl isn't a good actor. So if you, and I love Batgirl, okay, but if she tries to do script like behavior, she's not any good at it. So I agree. You don't let Batgirl in on the script and just let the cards fall where they may. So she may have been the one left out. But I can tell you this, anytime that I worked with Mike, you know, for shows, we didn't have a script. We, honest to God, we had show notes. And it was just points, you know, like every show has. Okay, we can talk about this. We can talk about this. It's show notes. So what he does with other people, I'm not privy to, but I can tell you, I've never, as far as a script, I've never gotten a script from Michael Green ever. But show notes, yes. But what I do say holds true, that he does wake up and go to bed thinking about content. Poor Batgirl. Let's keep an eye on her.
Not anymore.
Had to go check, right?
No, I subscribed almost instantly.
What?
You're saying you've been taken advantage of by older men? That's not my problem. Don't take it out on me, bitch. That's not my problem.
Yeah,
Don't take out your past on me. I didn't do that to you. All I'm trying to do is help your dumbass since you've been here. I assume with the daddy issues that you have, you would want to like take the shit out on a man. It ain't me. You can call me a woman beater. I'm not it.
Yes.
Like your boyfriend is a fucking cuck loser.
Right. And you see, notice how I'm not getting triggered when you say that.
I'm very triggered.
You're getting triggered because you know it's true.
One of us actually has a life that matters on here. You don't.
Crazy.
When I die, people are going to know about it.
Bitch, no the fuck they're
When
not.
somebody accuses me of shit publicly, I get pissed and I fucking respond to it. I'm pissed.
I won.
You don't have to be ambiguous about it. You have angered me. I am mad. I'm not hiding behind it. I'm not saying I'm not angry. I'm pissed.
Yeah, so I won because you're
Yes, congratulations. Your job is to piss off men. Congratulations. It doesn't make you any less of a hooker, bro.
I'm going to the bathroom right now.
Good job, Angel.
Be right
You pissed me
back.
off. You're
I'm
not the
going to the
first.
bathroom.
Twiggy pissed me off. Savage pissed me off. You're not the first one for you to fucking blow up on, or fucking whatever your name is.
Yeah, no, I know I'm not. That's why you're fist behind the camera. Don't worry. I get it.
Yes, and that's why you get fisted in front of a camera.
No, I've never
You're a
been
whore.
fisted.
That's why.
But were you not entertained? That's the question. Anyway, so it, you know, it carries on. I think we made it one more time. Let me see. I think we did make it one more time. I don't want to play the whole. I just about did though. I don't want to play the whole one, but I'm gonna link it to where y'all can go give Boxy Moo the view. Let's see. About right here.
Every show. Wait, you're never here.
But needless to say, he was embarrassed with his behavior. He's a father. And he's got to learn to fucking control himself a little bit. But you know what bothers me the most is he said, I'm sorry. But you know what? She wouldn't apologize, though. He did. She didn't apologize at all, which that's what I got to say. Mike's come a long way.
Aw. Mikey apologized. So, anyway, there it is. And please, Go over there. Not right now, but go over there and give, I'm going to share it. Give Boxy Moo the view and the like, please. Well, maybe I should have put Boxy Moo. Let's see. There. All right. So let me see. Let me go back. She had to pay. She always has to pay. Yeah, and they do have some very good clips over there, just so y'all know. So if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Good morning, Patty. Good morning. And I appreciate you, Pesh, for sharing sharing the stream out. Thank you, thank you. Good morning, Lee. How you doing? Neon. If I missed anybody while we were watching that, I am so sorry. Powerage, good morning. I think his mask slipped a long time ago. You know, I've been treading on this. Not trying to down the LCU. I'm not doing this. You know what? I'm to the point. I don't care anymore. That ALR shit. Yeah. That was just a slap in my face. So fuck them all. Let's burn it down. Shall we? We shall. I'm not doing it this morning though. I'm too tired to do it this morning. But I do want to talk about the pay thing. And let me just get this out of the way real quick. About getting paid for the month that was worked. And then, so it was me and AMAC, ALR, Gemini, and maybe somebody else, but it was, we didn't get paid, right? That for that last month. I just want to make it clear. This is what I actually think. I think that Amberlynn got paid. I don't think AMAC got paid. I don't think Gemini got paid. I do think that Amberlynn got paid. Just so we're clear. Because if she did not get paid, she would be running around all over town saying, that he didn't pay me. I don't care. He still should have paid me. I did the work. Because technically, all right, look at it like this. Say you're a painter, right? Now I want you all to picture yourself as a painter. And contractors, they'll contract your work on a 1099. Hey, I'm building this deck. Can you please come and paint and stain, paint, whatever the deck for me? So, you work for that person. You don't work for the homeowner, correct? You work for the contractor. Well, we did the work for Keemstar. And Keemstar gets paid by YouTube. We don't work for YouTube, right? So we did the work for the contractor. Now, say the homeowner doesn't pay the contractor still owes you for your work, correct? Voila. Now, there's a special thing here because it was because of me and because of Amberlynn, getting demonetized that the show didn't make money. Okay, well, take us out of the equation. You still owe AMAC and Gemini for the work that they did because you contracted their work. But I think technically you should owe everybody because, we all did the work and it's none of our faults that YouTube doesn't pay. And I think that's a fault with you. I think there's an issue there with YouTube. I don't think YouTube should be allowed to keep any money that was super chatted. Ad revenue, yes. Super chats and memberships, I don't think YouTube should be allowed to keep that money. I just don't. Okay, don't pay you going forward. You're dismissed from the YouTube monetization program. All right. So technically, they could just go and start money grabbing if they wanted to. Tell me how that's fair. But as far as taking it back to the contracted work, he should absolutely have to pay. The work was contracted by Keemstar. We did the work for Keemstar. And sorry, the homeowner didn't pay the contractor. So YouTube didn't pay Keemstar. That doesn't negate the fact that the contractor, Keemstar, still owes the money to the 1099 employees. Tell me I'm wrong. But he also knows that none of us are going to sit there and fight him over that kind of money. But if he had an ounce of integrity, he would have just said, here. It's fucking pocket change to him. So you want to know how I really feel? There you go. Thank you. I mean, yeah, the work was done. The money should have been paid. End of story. And the fact that he knows that we're not going to go grab a lawyer or do this. I mean, we shouldn't have to, Keemstar. You should just fucking pay it. It's called integrity. Can you, I mean, I know you probably can't say it. But it's honestly, I could probably look up labor laws and find, you know, where you actually owe it. Just pay the damn money. Even if you don't pay me, okay? Pay AMAC, pay Gemini. Keem learned from a millionaire. It's not the big deals you do, but all the others you skim a bit from, like the 50% he take. Well, look, he could have taken probably the lowest making show. He probably could have took his 50% and paid me an AMAC. I think Hero made 15,000. You do the math. I think they end up like Gemini and ALR would end up with like 3 somewhere in there. Okay. All right. Mine and AMAX was lower than that. So. And then if you, I'll have to go back and look at the contract. It's something about if you walk away, you forfeit your last month. Well, you know what? AMAC's still working there, so you can't, that contract don't even fall under any of this, but I'll go back and reread it. Good on you, Pesci. I shouldn't have, but we would, if we hadn't assigned it, because here's how it went with our contract signing. We got the contract, the new one, right before Fat Camp. If we did not sign it, we couldn't go. And I honestly think that AMAC had already booked her plane. Like, I mean, we had to sign it like really quick or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly. But it was mostly, you can't, what is it? You can't stream for, was it 60 or 90 days? It's one of those on your own channel. But then I was given permission to do so I could build my hours up, which, thank you. I have it in writing because he put it in a chat. So I was able to do that. And then I was gonna go back. I was literally gonna go back. And then I started seeing all this other shit. You know, like the missing of the redirect. He didn't send me the redirect that day. On Mother's Day, why do a lot of crazy things happen to me on Mother's Day? But yeah, that was that Mother's Day stream he did over on Jester where he said, "Are you going live?" And I said, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. And we had already talked about it previously that we were going to set something up to where he goes live. I then go live and he was going to send me the redirect. So he was going to send me the redirect that day. And then it ends up going over to Alpha. If I'd have had that one redirect right there, I'd have my hours. That's all I needed. But he couldn't do that. Why? It's like I've done something so horrible to him that he's just gonna, like, every little chance he gets, he's gonna poke. And I never got, I was never one of those that got, which you're supposed to get in the trouble over there. I've now learned you're supposed to do the cowish behavior. You're supposed to give the problems. I now see that, but then I thought we were doing good by just, let's hang back. Let's don't give nobody any problems. And we get to keep our show, so a lot of things would have been done differently. If I knew then what I know now, things would have been done a lot differently. So I always hear you guys only got paid donos and members. Keem always claims math is hard. So if math is so hard, why wouldn't he just split the total amount earned, including ads? We'll try this one on for size. And listen up, Pash. We're also supposed to get paid a percentage of the merch. Where's that check at? Because I know that people I know personally bought merch with the Chubby name on it just because I was there. Okay. I'm sure AMAC had it the same way, that people actually bought merch just because we were on the show. Where's our merch check? You're supposed to get a percentage of the merch as well. You push the merch and you're the face of the show. Where's the fucking merch check? I'll take mine now. I could use it. I bet we won't see that one either. Which kind of makes me wonder, did Gidgy, did Scooter, did Savage, did Rock, did any of them get part of the merch check? Just saying. And I know some of those the hoodies, the jackets, the high price stuff, I know those were bought. Personally, I know those were bought. I don't know the amount of all of the merch, which I should have, we should be privy to all of that, but just saying. But I do know that people bought that and I haven't seen that money. Not to mention, I know people like myself, like I bought this myself. I bought this myself, like little things. I got shirts that I bought. So I know that, I should get a percentage of that, right? I know I literally went in the merch shop and bought this myself. And I know other people did too. I know B's got the racing hoodie. I know B's got the windbreaker. She was wearing the windbreaker when she was here. We had matching windbreakers. So, where's that money? Oh yeah, Pesh. So if anybody bought merch from the Cash store, you're supposed to get a percentage of it. I don't think it's much, but you're still supposed to get a percentage of it. But I think he said one time that he only does merch breakdown ever so often. Well, what? I was there many, many months and it was never done. So I'll be interested to see the next time it's done. Yeah, I tried to tell him one time. I asked him one time if he had a Keemstar. I tried to ask him if he had like, if he needed like an assistant or something, because I would rather be, working like behind the scenes, or not really behind. I mean, I would love to I love to stream, don't get me wrong, but I was looking for a side job so I could walk away from my other job and have an actual job. I was willing to be the assistant. If you need something booked, I will book it. I will, you need to, he said he has people for that. He knew I was trying to figure out how to leave my job but have a security in doing so. And not that it's his place to give me anything. That is not the point of what I'm making. The point I'm making here is that he knew all of that and still holding back on paying what technically I think is due. You contracted the work, we provided the work. So, there you go. There's what I got to say on that. Woo! You give Angela no sleep, she comes out. And there's a whole lot more where that came from, which it was just, it's supposed to be, are you saying he could have, or are you thinking that he did Pesci pay her the money? He could have paid AMAC in merch money. No, he should have paid AMAC merch money, period. But what I can tell you is that nobody's been paid merch money. Yeah, exactly. He should have. Absolutely, he should. Good morning. Good morning, Bilal. Good morning, K-Bear's mama. Good morning, Steven Vlogs. Good morning, Doza. Good morning. Welcome in. Don't worry. And you know what? It's just been building up. That's all it is. And then you throw ALR in here. And that was just a kick in my fucking face. And he may have not have seen it that way because I think he just barely looked at me at all, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. I don't need you to look at me. But, I'm just over it. I'm done. Now, like I said, at first, when all of this went down, I was going to get my hours and I was going to go back. But baby, I saw the writing on the fucking wall. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll stay over here with, my people, and I'll build it up the right way. I'll build it up to where, people don't come here to hate me. Which we never really got a lot of hate on Chubby anyway. We didn't. A little bit here and there. But, and there's people over there that I adore. And there's people over there that could, just take a long walk off a short pier for all I give a fuck. I don't care. And yesterday I made a comment about Mike. Somebody asked me a question, and I said that the only thing that Mike was easier to talk to, and he is. He's a lot easier to talk to than Keem is. I would rather go to Mike any day with something than have to go to Keem. And I have. If I needed something, I would go to Mike. If I had to go to Keem, I would go to Keem. Tried not to need very much. Again, another point that should be thought about in paying this fucking money. Anyway, so I said yesterday that Mike made a comment about Johnny that held with me, but I never said what that comment was. Well, just know that, yeah, I can't get TTSs and over here and all that, you know, and you don't have to give me anything, but, you know, here you go. If you feel like buying me a coffee or two, with it's called the Janky TTS over here, because, I have to read out whatever you put in the notes, because I can't get all of the Streamlabs and all that, because it tries to go to my original channel. But anyway, so if you feel like sending me a coffee, you just have to let me know that you sent it in the chat, because it doesn't automatically alert me. But I have to read it out, is the rule for the Janky TTS. And as long as it's not against TOS. So, yeah, we janky up in here. That's how we roll, ain't it, Fuzz? I really don't know, Allie Baby. On the earn tab, I'll tell y'all real quick, and then I'll tell y'all what if it's moved any overnight. I don't even know that. So under the earn tab, where the gray button, you have to hit the gray button because it won't even populate until, so it says I have right here 2,992 out of 4,000 hours. That's under the earn tab. And that's as of June the 13th. This is the one that takes longer because they verify. And we've been questioning when that hits 3,000 if I'll get super chats and memberships, because I'm a reapply. I'm not a first apply, you know? So, and then under the actual watch time hours, it says for the last 365 days, I've got 3585. So they don't match, but they don't match for a reason. And it says, because the other one is as of June 13th. So your guess is as good as mine. That's why I said that one redirect, this could be over, but he chose not to do that. So, hold on. Thank you. Thank you, Chubby. Oh, sorry, I just hit the hell out of that mic. Okay, so Johnny was doing something, and I can't remember what he was doing, and he hit his head like really bad, and he had a knot there, and he kept walking around, and he just didn't look quite right. And I looked at Johnny, and I didn't interact with Johnny a whole lot at Fat Camp, but I looked at him, I said, "Are you okay?" He was like, "Yeah, I hit my head, and it hurts." And I was watching him, and he said, "I think I'm going to lay down, go lay down for a little bit." And I'm like, "No, don't lay down." Because he wasn't acting quite right. So I went to Mike and I said, "Look, Johnny hit his head, and I think pretty hard, and he's talking about going to lay down." I said, "I think somebody needs to keep an eye on him." And Mike told me, "Oh, he's just trying to get attention." That's his nephew. That's his blood. And that pissed me off. So I kept my eye on Johnny that day. Just FYI. Not that you cared, Mike, but I kept my eye on him. He really did hit his head that day. He wasn't looking for attention. He didn't come to me saying, oh, I hit my head. No, I went to him asking him what was wrong. He wasn't looking for fucking attention. Fucking blood, dude. So sorry. Yesterday, I said that Mike made a comment that stuck with me. I will never get that comment out of my head. That was one of the most disgusting things. And maybe he does do things to get attention sometimes. Maybe he craves attention. Have you ever thought of that? But that particular day, no. I think the boy had a concussion, is what I was telling you, Mike. And he was wanting to go lay down. Well, guess what you don't do when you have a concussion, Mike? So no, I kept my eye on Johnny. You're welcome. Or not that you cared. Maybe not you're welcome. I felt so bad for him. I really did. You could tell that he just wanted to fit in. He just wanted to be part of things. And you could also tell that he looks like he's got a little bit of that social awkwardness. You know, kind of like Asperger's. I mean, my son has it. I've seen it every day. You know, I know exactly what it looks like. But he looks like somebody that just wants to fit in. Let's fucking yell at him and tell him he's just looking for attention. Well, probably fucking so. I mean, he's living with somebody that's not even his real family, while his family's living high on the fucking hog over there. And personally, I don't think Johnny is capable of living alone. But will he ever be given the chance to? And my God, is he sweet. He's a cutie pie too. He is a cutie pie. He is sweet. And, you know, but he does everything they tell him to do. Yeah. But just so you know, I did not see that day when he hit his head. I didn't see blood. He did have a mark on his head, though. And see, there's a lot of things that you forget, you know. But I will never forget that. Sorry. I will never forget it. I couldn't even believe he said it. Oh, he's just looking for attention. Like, and he was kind of mean about it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can understand. I understand they say he doesn't want for nothing, but the way they speak to him and treat him, yeah. So obviously, you know, he's not going to want for anything. He has a roof over his head. Well, good job, you know. Still living with somebody that's not his blood relative. I mean, Tina took him. I always say kudos for Tina taking him in, okay? Where would he be had Tina not taken him in is the question. Because obviously, if Mike wanted him there, he'd be at Mike's, right? So where would he be if Tina hadn't have done that? Yeah, he's not I mean, he might could do okay, like living in an apartment by himself, maybe with somebody close by. I just think giving him a trial run to see, you know, how well he does. I don't know. He could probably do it. I mean, he knows how to do everything else. Hell, no, he has to do a lot of stuff, like, you know. So, and then, but when people say something like we're talking about him now, they'll get mad at him for everybody saying what they're saying right now. For me saying what I'm saying, for y'all chatting what you're chatting. If they see it, then they're going to take it out on him. And Brantley, I feel the same way. But nothing I've ever seen, so I can't attest to it. Oh, sorry, y'all. So, yep. And just there's no turning back now. I've already yep. I feel like the big stream's coming up at some point. I've even got the thumbnail ready for it. I would love to show it to you, but I think it would be I think I'm going to change the wording on it maybe, but the actual thumbnail has been made for it. Should I show y'all? I don't know. Do I got any coffees? Let me look. I don't. I get no caffeine today. How am I feeling? I'm feeling okay. I went to my first follow-up appointment with my cardiologist yesterday. Everything is looking good with the exception I still have a lot of fluid, so they upped my water pill, the milligrams. So other than that, I'm good. I'm feeling better. I'm getting there is what I'm saying. I'm getting there, y'all. Angie, I want to be serious for a moment. Do you ever think Kim even cared? Babes, I know it hurts, but do I ever think Kim even cared? What, about me? Elaborate a little bit on that, Agent Kate, and I will answer you. When I get paid, I'm going to up your coffee. I get you every... Miss Brenda, no. You don't have to do that. At some point, hopefully, I'll get remonetized, and it'll, don't you worry about that. Agent K, do I think that Kim ever cared about me? No, absolutely not. I do not. Not for one moment. Not for 1 millisecond. Mm-mm. No, because to be fair, when my mom passed away, he didn't reach out. Brantley did. Mike did. Kim didn't. Now, I think he said something on a stream for half a second, but yeah. So, yeah, none of that. I don't think. Let me not put that out in the universe yet. I know Mike did. And we were all in the same group chat. So I think it was Mike. No, I know Mike did. I don't think Keem said anything in there, but no, he. I mean, look how some people got treated and others were treated. Like, obviously he has his favorites. And then there's some in there why you can't figure out why the hell they would be his favorites. And then you would think that maybe he may like the people that doesn't cause him the problems. Well, no, because that's not what he wants. He wants the people to cause him the problems because that's what brings the views. When there's more problems, more views. And that's just the way, it works. Sorry, I'm not a problem child. But to be fair, I wanted to be there to learn. Tina was talking about all these people coming over, they're just fangirling, and people wanting to go to fat camp or fangirling. Trust me, I was not fangirling. I wanted to learn. I love doing this. I wanted to learn everything there is about this. I wanted to learn the production side. And had I known that you could just walk up and, I wasn't forceful enough, I don't guess, because Foxy just walks in and she's just like, show me, and I stood back. That's why I was so close when Keemstar got the, whatever it was on his beard and I was getting it off for it, wiping it off. I was so close to the setup because I watched as much as I could as far as production to learn, the buttons and the ins and outs. That's why I wanted to be there. And if he cared, even at Fat Camp, he wouldn't have put us at 6 o'clock in the morning. He would have put everybody in a rotation. We didn't get to stay up. And they did a campfire one night where everybody sat around the fire. Well, we couldn't participate in that because we had to get up at the butt crack of dawn to do a show. Like, why couldn't he change the hours for that show? I mean, there's so many little things that he could have done. He didn't give a fuck. And given all these other shows, constantly dropping money on them. I think he wanted us to fail. He wanted us to be the laughing stock, and then he invented all these other shows. And then we got some earrings saying, y'all are a solidified show. And that meant a lot to me. Because it was more about Chubby. It wasn't about Keemstar. It was about Chubby. Me and AMAC worked very hard. And it seemed like every time we pushed Chubby 2 steps forward, it felt like he was pushing it 3 steps backwards. Like he was doing it on purpose. And maybe not, but I can tell you what it felt like. Oh, it was a good interview, Pesh. I watched it. They didn't block me for it. I was surprised. Well, I don't think you didn't trash them. You told the truth, your truth. With the exception of, let me just tell you, Pesci, I never accused you of snooping through a pocketbook. Never. Because you know why? Our pocketbooks wasn't in there. Our pocketbooks or purses were in the bedroom. So, the funny part of the video was when you fail because you can't see that step right there, because I tripped over it going in there. It's on video somewhere, but you tripped going out, and that's what was funny to me. But just so you know, I never thought for a second you were going through anybody's stuff. So now somebody in a chat or somebody said that But that never came from me and AMAC. Just wanted you to know that. Yeah, I know. And I even said in there, I said, he must be looking for his phone or something. When I was sitting in there eating my pistachios that got moved from one to the, that's what was funny. It was like the pistachios got moved from one to the other. And I said, somebody's been in here. And then the chat was telling me, and then the chat sent me the video of you in there and you're looking for something and then you fail. But what you did, you took my pistachios. That's where that came into play. You moved my bowl from one cup rest to the other cup rest. That's how I knew somebody had been in there, because my stuff was on the opposite side. And then the video was sent and I was like, and he's looking for something. Like, what's he doing? And then you fail. And that was the funny part. Okay. But yeah, we never said that you were going through purses or trying to find purses, because our purses weren't in there. So we wouldn't have, but somebody said it somewhere, you know, like the game of telephone, and then it gets back to you. They accused you of doing this, but no, we never did, because our stuff wasn't in there for you to go through. So other people changed the story up, but AMAC wasn't even in there. It was me. And I was like, dang, somebody's been in here. And then I got sent the video that played, you know, while I was out on the phone. Anyway, the video was funny, the original video. And then what I said behind it, you know, it was never accusing you of anything. I just want you to know that AMAC and I never accused you of going through anything. And I think somehow that got kind of mixed up in the sauce a little bit, because somebody said it somewhere, and then I think it made it feel like we accused you, and that's just, and AMAC wasn't even in there. It was me. But I never accused you of anything. So, all true love. Got me some caffeine. Got some caffeine this morning. So, true love has 4 paws with the 3 coffees. You'll need your coffee, girl, after the night we all had. Oh my God. That night, thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Oh, we did have a night. Those tornadoes, they were popping off left and right. Been up all damn night long. Oh. I was never mad at you, and I enjoy clowning on people for it. Okay, Pesci. I just, you know, I just wanted to make sure you understood that, you know, I never accused you. And neither did AMAC of going through anything. Yeah. If y'all are, I don't know how far the weather towards the west was acting, but I know from Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, you know, all of us, we were catching hail through the night. Tornadoes popping off left and right. Yeah. He played y'all every turn at Fat Camp. Yeah, y'all crushed it. And even he couldn't deny that, and rubbed it in others' faces to motivate them, yet still treated y'all like ass. Yeah. That's why after we did a show, we would always try to come into the theater room. I know AMAC would then go back, you know, she'd go back to bed. She'd try to get her sleep, and then I can't go back to bed. You know, once I'm up, I'm up. So I would come and hang out, clean, if it needed to be cleaning, the theater room. And then I would hang out with the chat. That's how I got to know some of y'all, was in that room. I was talking to the whole theater chat. I was in there by myself, and I'll be, you know, trying to engage and entertain. And then, and in turn, I got to, you know some of y'all from doing that. So, yeah. But he didn't appreciate it. He did not appreciate it, not one bit. So, I'm in Texas. I watch weather all the time on every, yeah, it was bad over here. Hey Remy. Hey Angie, I hope it went okay last week. I had 4 stents put in on Friday. Tomorrow will be, so last Friday they went ahead and put 4 stents in, and I'm on some new meds, and they're going to see if all of that works. But so far so good. You know, I'm getting a little better each day. I'm still holding a lot of fluid, so you can still see some puffiness, and my legs are a little puffy, and my belly. I mean, everything's just puffy right now. But other than that, I'm feeling better, you know, a little better each day. So thank you for asking. Big Show, what's up? Good to see you here. Admittedly, I didn't tune in to Fat Camp much, but what I did see, you and AMAC put in the most effort, had the most energy, and you know, and we didn't get any we didn't get much for it. You know, that's why I'm glad that the audience at least noticed, you know, that we were trying to give what we could where we were allowed to give it. You know what I mean? So the stents are better than the other option for the edema with the, yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch the sodium intake. And thank you, Remy. Yeah, I'm doing a whole life change here. I'm off the energy drinks though. What? Hey. Oh me. Yeah, and you know, when we hear people talk about us at Fat Camp, you hear, you know, the audience, you know, it's like nothing but good things. But you know, then you had your Foxies and your Fupas, who then, you know, that's who people wanted to see get, you know. The thing is with me and AMAC, nobody wanted to see us with pies in our face or jump off into the lake or any. It's like nobody, which is weird because if you don't holler, you know, like I want this one or it's a good thing that people didn't want us to suffer. But on the other hand, it's like, you know, when your name ain't called to do things enough, you're kind of just pushed to the back, no matter how much good you're doing. So if the audience, and it was a weird place for AMAC and I, because people didn't want us to suffer. They didn't want to punish us. And when you don't punish us, when you don't donate for us to something happen to us, then, you know, we're worthless because nobody wants to pay money to do things to us. So that's basically what it was. We were worthless to him. Angie is not a late jumper. I tell you what, I would have that. Had the audience asked for it and paid for it, I would have got my ass up and jumped in that lake. But they sure paid for the foxies and the fupas, and you know, they were the big thing. So whatever. You know, Pesh, when AMAC and I would do it, you know, put things on our Facebook, we would do it on Chubby. It was like nobody, you know, Chubby and the Chubby audience. It was a fun thing that we did, you know, and we didn't do it a lot. But I remember when we were at Fat Camp, we got to put them on each other. And that was funny. And it was a little bit of fun, you know, when you, when you got to do things like that. AMAC lost one of her grandparents. When? Miss Brenda, when did she lose one of her grandparents? Recently or while we were, I'm trying to think now, because I just talked to her yesterday. I enjoyed Chubby. It was always during me getting ready and my ride. And okay, all right. I'll reach back out to her. She didn't mention anything, and I'm always asleep during fluff. So I wasn't asleep during fluff last night, but I had it on max velocity. I was watching the weather. I wasn't watching anything else. But yeah, it she was crying yesterday. Okay. All right. I will I talked to her for about, I don't know, for about 20 or 30 minutes yesterday. And she didn't say anything about it. But I'll thank y'all for telling me. I'll definitely reach back out to her. You know, I think with Chubby, if people just gave it a chance, you know, once they did that, I think they actually liked it because we were a little different. I mean, we talked about some LCU stuff and we would do some of the crazy stuff too. But, you know, I felt like we were just on a little island on our own. We didn't cause problems or nothing, you know. But when you do that, I think sometimes you kind of get forgotten about. Like, oh, they're just there. So, I don't know. You got to have something that just goes. She probably didn't want to give you bad news, and she could have done that. Chubby was the best show, a good place to be. It didn't get the support, and that's why it's important, especially if you like to watch the LCU, if you're a good you know, and it's okay to like a show over there or two or three, you know, it's not that it's a bad thing. I mean, I still watch a couple shows over there, like I said, but Savage Cupcake, thank you so much for the 3 coffees. Do you want me to read this out loud? I won't if you don't want me to. If you want me to, I will. But I understand and thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for my coffees, man. Thank you. Got me some coffee. Hello, Robin. Nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Did you see Cafe's thumbnail? No, I did not. But what I was going to say, I'm going to go look, but what I was going to say was, you know, if you can and you do like a show over there, I know people say, I'm not putting money in Keemstar's pocket. But if you like the host, it's a show of support for the host. Because if you don't support it, you know, it makes it look like that they, you know, no matter what they do, they're worthless to the LCU if they're not bringing in the money. They're worthless to Keemstar. It's just how it works. It's horrible. Like, the weather's I feel like I'm hearing something out there and I'm a little, I don't know. Clubhouse was always welcoming. All right, let me look at, let me check out. Let me check out the thumbnail. Do, do, do.
Run away.
I wish they wouldn't do that trailer thing. Hold on. Maybe I can get it down.
Run away.
Okay, there it is. Make sure I ain't got anything that doxes me. Okay, here is the thumbnail for Cafe. Nobody likes this cast. Please stop. That girl did. Thank you. Yes. I got there quick enough to hear. I did get the thank you. At some point, did I send it there yesterday? Was it? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I heard whatever day I heard her say it. Who do y'all think would be the best cast right now for live? Turbo's face is oh my god, I can't watch it. I'm sorry. I miss the days of, you know, even though I've talked shit because I am so hurt and mad and frustrated with Keem right now. Fuzz, come on now. Keemstar is he's very good at what he does, and when he was on live, that's when it was watchable. He can tell a story like no other. And except for my husband is better than Keemstar. But gets you engaged, makes you feel like you're there. And even though I'm very mad and hurt and all of the things, I'm not going to take that away from him. He's very good at what he does. So, yeah. Angie, you know, we not only share a state, but we also CHF girlies. True love. We are CHF girlies. That's right. Love you, honey. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think who would the best. Oh, you Kentucky. What? Well, Fuzz, if you had you ain't too far. No, you're not too far. Let me redirect. Yeah. I'm not going to throw it out there unless you already have, but yeah, like you're super different. Tommy and I do not love Big Blue. And Bees, where are you today? She had a lot to do yesterday, so hopefully she's sleeping. All right, I'm going to stop sharing that. Now let me go in here and see who I'm going to redirect to. Let's see who. I wonder if the Louisiana. Yep. State Boys Louisiana Body Cam Marathon is still running strong. Oh, yeah, that's what, you know, if I know I go early, but let's see. Pesh is on here. When you going live? Oh, you going live tonight, Peshy. Let's see. Hold on, let me take that off. I'll tell you what I will do. All right, guys. Also, if you have not subbed up to Pesci, please do. I'm gonna drop this link. That is Sir Joseph Pesci. That's Pesh. That is his channel. You can go check him out. He has looks like he's gonna do some Mario Kart from the Switch too. That would be fun. I've played my sons a little bit, so I can't get into these other games, but Mario Kart's fun. Not a problem, Pesci, not a problem. Sorry, I don't have hundreds to do that with, but yeah, maybe get you some more eyes over there. You definitely don't need the subs, so you kick ass on the subscribers. Good job. Let's see who had. I may just send it to Cafe because I hear thunder and I don't have time to sit here and just mull over it. So I'm going to just send it to Cafe when we end it, which will be in a minute. So real quick, if you haven't subbed up to me, sometimes people think they are subbed up and they look and they are not. Please make sure you are. Hit the like button and, if you got time today, let my video play in the background. Don't mute it on the YouTube side, like on the thing. You can mute your TV or your device. Just don't mute it from YouTube because they realize it and I won't get the hours for it. But yeah, if you got time today, just let me play for an hour or two, something, or a playlist going. I am so close. So let's just try to get me over the finish line. I thank you so much. Thank you for being here. So now we already know I've opened up the can and now, it's all about to come out. Because when you get me to the point where I no longer give a fuck, Angela comes out and she's coming. She's coming soon. Make sure you watch for it. Hit that notification bell. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Stay safe. Stay safe.